All right, you guys. So I'm going to share with you a resource that I was actually exposed to in college, and it's called Yoast. Yoast SEO for everyone. Be a beginner and totally get this. Then we're going to talk about how to create the right meta description. And the meta description has everything to do with SEO, keywords, and short descriptions. You have to get really good at short descriptions, okay? So the meta description is a 160 character snippet, a tag in HTML that summarizes a page's content. Search engines show the meta description in search results mostly when the search for phrase is contained in the description. Optimizing the meta description is a very important aspect of on-page SEO. So there's off-page SEO and on-page SEO. So off page is basically like if you were to post something on Facebook, that's off page, because if you had a blog that you're trying to redirect people to, the original on page would be on the blog and then off page would be on your Facebook, just as an example. So basically, we're going to go over a few things that you can do for good characteristics of a meta description. Number one is that it should be around 135 to 160 characters. If it's any longer than that, it gets difficult for Google to really sort through all that. You don't even really need all of that. Okay, so just keep it short. There is no right number for this, and it honestly depends on what Google adds to your search result and how they want to show it. Google might, for instance, add the date to an article, and that will reduce the number of characters. So yeah, just try not to write out things that need to be a number, like a regular number. Here's a hint. Any number under 10 should be a word. Any number over 10 should be a number. Okay, so number two, it should be actionable in an active voice. Yeah, so if you consider the meta description the invitation to the page, you can't just make it a mixed metaphor describing a non-existent yet implicitly high level of qualification. That's a dull description. So basically, don't talk about it like it's jargon. Talk to someone like you talking to someone like, if I said, oh, Yosemite National Park is a great place to go if you want to go on vacation with your family. Or I can say, explore the paved pathways and the outback of Yosemite National Park where the rivers are flowing, and let your family dip their toe in the river. And doesn't that sound a whole lot better, you guys, already? Make it appealing. Okay, it should include a call to action. You can't just say, oh, well, Yosemite's great and you gotta take your family there and it's wonderful. Okay, well, what do you want me to do about it? You have to say, visit Yosemite now. Book your trip to Yosemite now. So give them a call to action. Every time you do any type of description when you're creating a website or when you are creating a post on Facebook, always give a call to action. It could contain structured content. Structured content. So you can actually put a SKU, you can put a price in there. Things like that are great. If the visitor is specifically looking for that product, chances are you don't have to convince him. Things like a price will trigger a click. So if you said, oh, get these awesome shoes, they're on sale, $29.99. And they love the shoes and they're looking for shoes just like that, they're going to click on it. Okay, it should match the content. This is important. Google will find the meta description that trick the visitor into clicking. That's called clickbait, you guys. Don't do it, because if you're clickbaiting, Google will find out and your page will get flagged. And if your page get flagged, you actually get docked points, and they don't show your website in the results as much, and there's a whole slew of negative things that happen. Okay, so don't do it. It might even penalize the site that created the meta description. Next to that, it will probably increase bounce rate, and it's just bad. It's just a bad idea. For those of you that don't know what a bounce rate is, you click on a website and you go to the website, and if it doesn't look like what you thought it was going to be, then you click out of it. And that's called bounce. You're just bouncing. Bounce. Bounce. Okay, it should contain the focus keyword. What is the focus of your page? So if you're a coach, what type of coach are you? What are you coaching people on? And that should be the main focus. So on one of my websites, marketing should be the focus. Marketing or business, but mainly marketing. Okay. You know, if I'm coaching people on social media, then social media should be the main keyword. That should be the focus. All right. The meta description should be unique. If your meta description is a duplicate, the user experience in Google will be less. So you can't just go copying someone else's meta description. And I've seen people do this where people will just go and copy someone else's keywords. But the problem with that is Google is smart enough to detect that. Google has an algorithm that uses a certain way of detecting things like that. If you intentionally want, need, or are enticed to create a duplicate meta description, you'd better leave the description empty and have Google pick a snippet from the page containing the keyword used in a search. Honestly, if you're going to copy off of other people, just let Google pick it for you. All right. That is all, my friend, of this lesson, and I will see you in the next video.